Hi, so this is just going to be a quick video to explain to you how to set up the project on your local computer, how to do assignment, like what to do for assignment 1, where to write your code, how to test it, make sure it works, and then how to upload it back. So first thing you got to do is you got to go to GitHub and download the project. I named the project, for me it's called assignment 1. If you don't have this, if you're a little bit confused by this big thing, you don't have to worry about that. You can always just search it over here to go assignment 1. Make sure that you are doing your version of the assignment and not the general public. Make sure that you're downloading your thing. It might not be called assignment 1. It might have a longer name because GitHub is automatically generating one for each of you individually, so it might be slightly different, but that's the basic idea. It should look exactly like this. You should have a code button here that you can do a bunch of different stuff. Instead of doing any of these, what we're going to do is we're going to copy this. Then we're going to open Fork. So if you don't have Fork installed, I will teach you how to... if you don't have Fork installed, you just go and download it. I will include a link in this project to how to do it. What we're going to do is we're going to go to File, Clone, inside Fork. Make sure that the link should auto paste, but if it doesn't auto paste, just paste it in yourself manually. It'll look like that, except it'll have your username over here and it'll have the repository name over there and endl.git. Change the folder to whatever parent folder you want it to be in. So for me, I want it to be in my projects folder. So I'm going to select that. Now understand that inside the project folder, it's going to create a folder called assignment 1. So I'm going to push clone now. If it doesn't work automatically, which it might not, you might need to do a login. Just do it'll ask, hey, do you want to do a GitHub login? If it doesn't do that, then you do, I believe it's file, accounts, and you'll be able to add your GitHub account here. So you just go GitHub, login, and it asks for your username. You can do login with OAuth or with a personal access token. It's easier to do with OAuth. You do, let's say, I'll do my username, and then I do sign in, and it says, hey, do you want to authorize this project? And I would say yes, and that would work. But we're not going to do that now because I already have mine logged in, but that's all it takes to add your account. If it fails, add your account, and then it'll be successful. Once we have this set up, so I'm able to go to the folder where I said, which was in my D drive, in my projects folder, and now I have my assignment 1. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to open this in VS Code because that's what we're using to edit this. Now, this project is not going to run right away because it doesn't have my node packages, right? There's no node packages module here. There's just there's the package.json, but there's no node modules folder. So what I got to do is I just got to go and I got to go npm I, oops, I have to spell it correctly, npm I, and push enter. And Mac or PC, it doesn't matter. Obviously you need Node installed in order for this to work. Perfect, everything's up. I should update Node, but I'm not gonna, I should update npm, but I'm not gonna do that right now. So now we have this project. I can do index, whatever it is, like this is the basics, it's working. I'm going to just make one little change and then show you how to put the changes back and upload them to the project. So let's say right now it just does title and body. I'm going to add a footer to my template, which is just going to be a footer. Whoops. Let's do it this way. Footer, temp, this is not copyrighted. I'm going to save this. Okay, so now I've saved this. So now VS Code immediately changes the color because that means, hey, that means that, hey, this is modified. That's what the little M means. I could technically do all my Git management inside VS Code, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to open Fork back up. The tab shows me assignment 1, so I know that that's the right place. It'll have my branches and it'll have my remote, which means this is connected to the GitHub thing. I'm going to go local changes, and here's the unstaged changes, which means unstaged changes. These are the changes that were made but were not yet saved. So I'm going to click stage. I'm going to type a commit message, and then I have to push the commit button, which is hidden by my face right now. I'm sorry about that. But added a footer to template. And whenever you're making changes, I recommend that you don't just do every single change. What you do is you work on it, you get the functionality up, and then you save it. Save it every day or so. Save it when you're done a session of working on it, and commit those changes. This way that if you lose your computer or anything, all your code is backed up. And I get to see that you've been making progress and that you've been working on it. So I push commit. Now you'll see how there's a little one with an up arrow. That means that, hey, we have something that we need to add to the server. So I click push. It's going to say, hey, do you want to force push or push everything? I just click push. No need to do anything else right now. And that's up to date. So if I go back to GitHub and I refresh, you can see that, hey, added a footer to template, and it'll be in the views. And if I open this EJS file, you can see right here that it does in fact have the footer that I added. That's all you got to do. Work on your code in VS Code the same way that we just did here. And once it's all done, you're going to eventually save it. You're going to save it as you go, and then once you're ready to commit, you make a commit and you push it up. And when it's due, I will take a look at it all. Or when it's ready, you can send me a mail message and let me know, hey sir, it's ready, please take a look at it. But that's all it takes. It should not be too difficult. If you have any questions, please let me know.